Good morning to everyone, and welcome to the Garrison Savannah. Well, we're pretty close to it at any rate. What I want to do this morning is I want to show, everyone says, where do the horses come from? How are you going, brother? You good, man? Respect, man. You want to shout at the world? Yeah, man. Respect, man. Thanks. Everyone wants to know where the horses come from that go swimming, etc. This is just one of the stable areas or the paddock areas that you will find them in. This is just up behind the actual museum itself. So we have horses that are coming down through here this morning. They're going to be going to swimming. Hi, Governor. Yeah, they'll be going to swimming, and the lots will be going to exercising on the actual racetrack itself. So I thought this morning what we'd do is we would take the walk from the stables, where they're located, down to the beach. So you can sort of like see what these guys, or where these guys walk in the morning before they get down to Pebbles Beach. Also give you the opportunity to see a little bit of the historic Garrison area. Just beautiful, beautiful. Now a lot of these buildings here, as you can see, are in terrible need of repair. However, a lot of them closer to the road section have been purchased as private residences, government offices, etc. And also local businesses as well, private businesses. Beautiful, beautiful historic area. Absolutely gorgeous. I just go through a couple of things before we start walking. And that is that the first structure for the garrison, which was originally the military headquarters, was St. Anne's Fort. That's not here. That's where the Defence Force is located now. We won't be covering that today, so just thought I'd mention that. The actual military headquarters base itself was established in I think it was 1780, and that went on until 1905. That's where they had the Imperial soldiers that used to be here. Very big garrison at one time. All of these buildings here were made up of military hospitals, officers' barracks, nurses' quarters, etc. You will find also this extends right up into the pavilion court area where it was the actual military hospital. So it's a large footprint on this section of the island down here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very historic area. Right now, as you can see, it is very rustic and stuff. As you can appreciate, a lot of these buildings here are being refurbished and reutilized into different purposes, etc. However, we're going to be taking this walk this morning, and you're going to be seeing it as it is. Oh, I see a monkey up in the bushes. I see a few of them actually running around just behind the chain link fence. Not sure if they will let us get a few shots of them or some footage of them. All of them are just running around in the trees out here. Monkeys all over the island. You'll find them all over the island for sure. You can see them all running around in a little small troop there. There's so many trees as well, tails hanging down, coming back down, especially younger ones. Guys off for a swim? Alright, man, respect, man. Have a good day, huh? Okay, cool. So you can see this is where these guys are going to be making their way from now, down to Pebbles Beach as well. Just beautiful, beautiful area. Alright, the Barbados Museum. Just draw some attention to that. That is the building that's just in front of us here now. It's coming into view. This was originally the military jail. You will find these cells in here. You can, when you're coming down here. It's definitely a very interesting tour of inside here if you're interested. You can always come down. All of the old relics and stuff are in here. 4-poster beds, etc., etc. And as I said, there are a couple of the jail cells which were the military jail. But they have a cafeteria and everything in here. They also have a very small archive as well, where you can find all the historic information on it as well. Gift shops, anything that you may want to purchase. The second main area for the horses is just over here. As we're seeing now, that is the second area that you'll find horses residing in. I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but some of these horses actually get so nervous when they're by themselves that they put a sheep in with them. And the sheep keeps them company. Quite a few of them have that as well. I've seen that in the past. Garrison Savannah, the main actual grandstand area just in front of us. I'll walk you through that a little bit. That's the staging area where all the horses would be checked, the jockeys would be weighed, etc. That is the staging area before they'll go on the track for the race itself. Used to be one of the most popular sports in Barbados. This Garrison Savannah you see packed on Saturdays in the past. However, over time, it seems to have lost a little bit of its attraction. However, coming on the first Saturday in March is the Gold Cup race day. That is the most popular day on the racing calendar. You will find the Garrison Savannah hard. Actually, you will find hard to find anywhere to go on the Garrison Savannah because there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Very popular day. You won't be able to get in there here driving wise. This road will be blocked off. Parking in the immediate area will be very difficult because people set up their tents from days before, just so they can have a prime location for the big race day. That usually has a big parade on before with dancing girls, etc. Beautiful parade, all military costumes and stuff as well. Just a nice area. As you can appreciate, it is just a big horse stable over here. They're getting horses washed off and stuff after a run this morning. This is also one of the more popular, good morning ladies, one of the more popular spots in the island for exercising. A lot of people come here, do the ring road around the outside, may walk the sand track, and there's also a shorter version, hard surface road, can't really say Barber Green Road, but hard surface road on the inner track itself. Talk a little bit more as we do that. So this is the walk-in area. As you can see, some horses coming up, some going down from early this morning when they came down here. Got down here just about 5:15. They actually had guys coming back from your seat already, so you would know they start really early. A lot of these guys have 6 horses that they may be caring for, and 3 or 4 of them may be swimming and 2 may be exercising, so they've got to schedule them all in. Morning to everyone. Morning, Governor. You good? Respect, man. Nice, thank you. All right, man. Morning, my friend. How are you going? Good, man. Have a great day, okay? Now, years ago, this bandstand, you see, massive. I actually was a horse racing, not a horse racing fan per se. I used to like to go for the action, for the entertainment. I remember this here very well when I was a little fella. We used to be directly up above where we are in the general stand area. That's where my cousins had most of their located seats. Beautiful main entrance. You can get anything you want in here as well, food, drinks, etc. This was a much bigger grandstand in the early days. We used to have another block very similar to this that was to the west of here. However, I guess because of the lack of attendance and maybe cost of maintenance and stuff, it really didn't serve a purpose, so they took that down and put a bleachers just down below here to show you in a few minutes time. The Barbados Defence Force are now located in St. Anne's Fort. We'll show you that in a couple of seconds because that will come into view, but we only show it from the distance really. But this is the bleacher section. Now if you want to bet and stuff here, you don't actually have to go into the main grandstand. There are 2 betting areas. I'll show you them in a couple of minutes as well as they come into better view. Now this Garrison Savannah, originally, as I said, were the parade grounds for the military army. It has served multiple purposes. This was the home for the Barbados Polo Club at one stage of the game. It is our Barbados Rugby Centre is here as well. You will find all kinds of activities here, football, soccer, mainly soccer. You don't, not American football. I just want to clarify that. The soccer, which we call in Barbados football. You will find cricket. You'll find any grounds activities you'll find over here. Check this sunrise, folks. Is that not beautiful? I had the pleasure and honor of coming into contact with Mr. Waterman, aka Michael Edwards, aka the sheriff this morning, down here doing some laps of Garrison. Had me feeling real unfit. I didn't want to tell him it at the time, but I was hoping he would move on because he looked fit. He was doing like 4 laps of Garrison. Jeez, I would have to do that over a course of a week maybe, but he was down here this morning. Hopefully I'll run into him later on to get a family picture, but at the time it was still fairly dark, so I couldn't. So good morning to you, Michael. Welcome to Barbados. Happy to see you back here again, my brother. This is the main straightway here. Finishing pole just up in the distance there, as you can see it on the right hand side. The parade ring where all the flags are, that's where all the horses will parade prior to the actual race itself. And just in front of us are where you'll find the betting booths. And you'll also find all the tents over there with all of the little children's block toys, all the delicious Bajan treats and delicacies, bars galore, all types of activities. When the Garrison is on, or when the races are on, over here is an amazing just form and hive of activities. You'll also find nighttime racing. I haven't seen that for a long time. I don't know how many times I've actually had it. COVID came in just after the lights were installed. You'll see all the lights going around here. You must have been wondering, or may have been wondering, what all these were for, and that's because we actually do have nighttime racing here in Barbados as well. Very popular area for kite flying. I remember when I was in my early 20s, late teens, they used to have kite flying competitions out here. The biggest kite, the smallest kite, the most acrobatic kite. It was quite amazing. It used to be a big thing that used to go on. That was usually around every Easter, and used to have a day that down here would have been just kites on top of kites. I mean, the amount of action that was going on here with tangled kites, etc., war kites, warring kites, it was quite amazing. Lots of fun. All right, we mentioned before of the historic area. I'm just going to carry it from this angle here, a little bit of it. I'm not going to give you too much of it. The clock that you're seeing in the center of your screen now, that's called the main guard. They actually do have a changing of the guard. I think last time I remember, it was Wednesdays around midday was the changing of the guard. But you can always check that out. It's quite interesting to watch. I don't know if they're still having it right now because of the situation in COVID. So I'm just basically telling you what it was, and then you can always investigate it and see if it is still going on. But down here, the chimes on the clock at 6 o'clock in the morning and 7 o'clock are interesting because they actually have a musical melody. Morning has broken as the 7 o'clock one, and then they have one just at 6 o'clock as well. Can't really tell you what the tune is it's playing, but quite lovely to listen to. Over in the far distance, you're seeing a part of the St. Anne's Fort. That would be the red structure just behind this horse. That is the main defense force area. It also runs right down almost behind the clock tower. You can also see some of the buildings there as well. All around here, all of these buildings, the original structures that you can see the architecture and the hoods and stuff on them. These were all like staffing quarters, like for the nurses and the doctors and the officers, etc. Obviously the military bases where most of the troops would have stayed. Beautiful morning here in Barbados. Just amazing. All right, we're going to do some more walking onward now. Out here, you will find cars on top of cars, little small tents put up in these sections. This area, as I said, is action spot when it comes to Gold Cup. I know a lot of guests that come in here. As you know, I used to work in the cruise industry, or those that did not know now know for sure. We used to actually have people that used to come in for the Gold Cup. When they say that, come in, their vessel was timed to come to Barbados. We used to transport them from the Bridgetown port here in coaches, only like 2 coaches or 3 coaches, and then pick them back up. Actually, the coaches had to remain, because when you come here to the Garrison, you do not get back here if you leave. Just beautiful. Listen to the birds, peacefulness and the mellowness. I wanted to see the sun this morning to say our serenity prayer. So if you were wondering what was going on, that's the main reason. I really didn't want to see it up in the bushes, but I did want to get the sun this morning that we can do so. So let's say our serenity prayer right here before we go any further on now. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. I had to look around quick. I thought it was Michael Edwards coming up the sand trap in blistering speed. Beautiful morning. Don't mind the clouds. That is fine. To my sister from the east, I know you probably haven't gone to bed yet, because I know you snuggle up and you were refusing to go. Don't worry, my electric blanket won't let me go this morning either. And my quilts and my covers and stuff, I have some serious paraphernalia at home. Obviously, I would have to be joking because, as you can possibly see, I'm out here walking around bareback. I don't mind the cold. The cold doesn't really bother. Well, this cold doesn't bother me. The other cold up north that you all are experiencing would most definitely bother me. I'd be dressed in suit because I love the cold. Vacation in the cold, not working in the cold, that's a different story. If it's too cold, stay home. Don't have to go to work. So that's the beauty of when you're on vacation, obviously, over when you're actually working and stuff. And as you can see, I do have all my rain attire because we did have some sprinkles this morning. I really didn't want to have to stop this video this morning because of rain conditions. Lovely. All right, George Washington House. Let's give you a little something on this here itself. George Washington visited Barbados back when his brother was sick here. and he stayed here, I think it was 1751, I believe it's correct. And this is where he came to visit his brother for 6 weeks while his brother was ailing. From here itself, this is being restored over the years, and from here you can actually get organized tours. Again, you're going to need to call because everything has been impacted with the COVID situation, so you need to give them a call, George Washington House National Trust, and they will talk to you about the tours that they offer. They actually offer tunnel tours, tunnels that go underground from here right across to St. Anne's Fort, right across this garrison here, right over to the other side. It actually goes over to their military war room per se. That's where they have a lot of cannons and a small museum that's stored over there. On the front section here of the main guard itself, there are approximately 12 to 14 cannons. There are some bases there without the actual cannons on them, so I can't give you the exact number. I walked through this morning to see if the count was right. However, I saw a couple of empty bases with the cannons with it off for refurbishment or whatever. However, in the actual armory over in St. Anne's Fort, there are approximately 150 of them that are stored over there. These tall structures here that you're seeing going around the garrison, in case you're not familiar, you must be wondering, what are they, Nick? They are the actual stewards' boxes. That's so the stewards can watch the races that are going on and determine if there was any infringement or any crossing or anything, any legal activity while the race is going on. Some of them are cameraed as well, but there's always a personnel there when the races are actually being conducted. Just a beautiful, beautiful grounds. If you have the opportunity to come here late in the afternoon, if you're in Barbados, well, early in the morning too, but late in the afternoon is when you get all the kids and stuff out here. Lots of people come in exercising, big original groups and stuff, you know, big official exercising groups will be out here as well. Quite interesting to watch. They said George Washington House also having a cafeteria and stuff, so if you want to come and have a lunch here as well. I have eaten here breakfast with my sister, Tess, and with my angel. Quite interesting, very nice. The history of the Garrison Savannah, I will leave for the tour guides in Barbados. I just want to briefly touch on it for you because I didn't want to walk by buildings and just say, oh, that's a yellow building or that's a white building. So I gave you a little bit of something. But as you know, I don't like to get in too much in the historic side of it. First is I'm not that well versed on it. I do have enough knowledge of it to get through on tours and stuff, but I would leave that to the people who are real pros. If you want to organize a tour of the historic Garrison Savannah area, that can also be organized. One more time, have a look up on Google or something, and you will find it up there. You walk in tours to the garrison. They actually take you in a full loop of the garrison and let you know exactly what the structures were, what they are, and the history of the Garrison Savannah. Extremely interesting. I will most definitely leave that for them, for the official guides that do that. This is called Bush Hill. I really don't like to say too much about Bush Hill, really. All I can say is I can leave that to your imagination. Bush Hill is a very entertaining spot after hours. I'll leave it at that. Barbados Light and Power. This is where the main Barbados Light and Power was years and years ago. That's when they had the hot pot that was running down onto Pebbles Beach. I don't know how many of you remember Pebbles around that time, but this is where our main electricity power plant was. It has now been located onto what was the Spring Garden Highway, which is now known as the Mighty Grainer Highway. That's over on just after you pass the Bridgetown Harbour going north. But this is still their main area where the offices and everything are located. Just up the street from here, that is the main entrance to the Defence Force, which is, we talked about that before with you. You can see it's quite heavy secured and stuff. So what we're doing right now is we're actually taking the walk that these guys will come with in the morning. So when you're seeing the horses down here bathing, you will know where they've come from, you would know where they're going to. We're on Bay Street itself, we're in the parish of St. Michael. And we're going to be turning into a road called Aquatic Gap. I know a lot of you said you all like to see the real natural Barbados, so therefore I'm going to start trying to incorporate a few more places for you, a few more of the towns, a few more of the rural areas and stuff, so you can actually see what Barbados is like besides the beaches, because a lot of you actually only see the beaches. Some of you don't get to see some of these other areas. It may be interesting to some and it may not be interesting to some, but I'm going to try and show you everything because I'm trying to cater to everyone. Yeah, brother, you had a good swim? Now my respect, man. I would say drivers are very courteous when it comes to the horses. You really don't find too many people flying through this general area here. People understand that horses come down in here and they do respect that, majority of them, I would have to say. I'm not sure if it's open, but Brown Sugar, I would have to say, was probably the best Bajan buffet meals in the island. I see here that it's open, but I would like you just to call all of these places before you come to them and find out, because remember, these signs may be up for quite some time. I obviously am not familiar with everything that goes on the island, so I can't tell you for sure. So I always tell you when I'm in doubt to check with them and see when their buffet is. But their buffets to die for. Heavenly. Sorry? Yeah? Well, I think it is. Where would you say is the best one?
Where else did you be?
Atlantis Hotel, been to quite a few of them. Anyway, I'm on a live video right now, but where would you, as your highlight, as you're walking with me?
Accra. We had a fantastic.
Accra?
Yes,
Wonderful.
we had a fantastic vacation.
Would you like to say hi to my friends without the mask if possible? I'll step back from you quite a bit. Good morning. You had a great Bajan buffet last week. You said it's Accra Resort?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, I like to give the input. Yeah, I like to give the, well, I've done there for breakfast before, but I haven't actually done their sit-down meals, yeah.
You should.
Okay.
It's awesome.
And your name is?
Tiana.
Tiana, it's nice to meet you. Yeah? Okay, well, thanks very much. So if you all said Wednesdays?
No, we have on weekend.
Oh, so when are the ones at Accra? When are your buffets at Accra? What day?
We have buffet breakfast buffet over the other week.
Right.
We have buffet Saturdays and Sundays.
Wonderful. Well, as you've heard from Tiana, thanks very much for the information. So, as you see, our knowledge comes bigger and grows every day. Tiana is saying that the buffet... Yeah. Well, not near to it. Yeah, I know that, yeah, for sure. Thanks a lot. Okay. Yeah, Tiana is giving us some information about the Accra buffet. I haven't been to Accra, but I know for sure if you're talking about buffets, the historic names are Atlantis Hotel and Brown Sugar Restaurant, for sure. So we're coming into Pebbles now. Pebbles is famous for many reasons. One of them, believe it or not, are the fish cutters from Cuz. I remember Cuz years ago, he was a real Bajan ambassador. He used to have all kind of creative names for drinks and for foods, etc. However, everyone has always thought about Cuz and his fish cutters. So if you have never tried them, his son has taken over and runs it. It's just located right here by the tent area itself, just below the tent, and that is Cuz. So if you come here on a busy day, you will find lines that run from here right across the car park and up onto this pavement, and there will be guests, not only locals but guests from the Hilton Barbados and from many hotels in the area. A lot of people come here for the fish cutters that are served under here. As you can see, there's some other food stations that have set up here recently as well. So here we are, hive of activity, coming into what lots and lots of people in Barbados and also visitors come here as one of their highlights of their Barbados stay, and that's to watch the horses swim. This is busy this morning for sure. Oh yes, here we go. I love to watch this horse roll. Hopefully you get the opportunity to do so now. I'm going to keep a little footage off everyone, as you can appreciate. Entertainment galore. Just beautiful. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you all on a tripod in a second, let you all view this here, take off my hikers, my 4x4s, and then I'm going to take you all for a little swim down here to end off the day. If you all are interested in doing some paddle boarding, kayaking, anything like that there, please come and check out Sarah and Jason. They have all the activities here. Paddle Barbados, great spot. There's also Dipper's Bar upstairs here. If you're interested in coming to spend the day, they have packages where you can rent chairs and umbrellas. They also have great food that's served up here as well in the restaurant on the top floor. They have karaoke nights, etc. as well, so maybe you can look them up and see what they offer. Alright, I'm going to put you down for a couple of seconds while I disrobe, and then I'll be back with you. So enjoy the scenery, enjoy the visions. Good morning. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Hi.
I follow you all the time, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. I'm Nicholas.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, yes, I think you know I'm Nicholas.
Yes, I did.
For
Yes,
sure.
I did.
Wonderful. You on our Facebook?
Yes, I am.
Okay, May, put you on film. So, just 1 minute. Alright, guys, I'm going to wrap you all straight. During that moment, I want to introduce you to Wendy, who is one of our family. Good morning. Wendy, what's your last name again? Robinson. Good. I don't have a good name, a good memory for names, so I'm going to look back at this video later on. I'll certainly put you into it. Thanks very much for coming over and saying hi. Thank you. Take care. Okay. Alright, so as you see, the family spreads far and wide. Fantastic. Alright. So we're going to get getting ready in a minute. So back to silence. Enjoy the views. Okay, it's very possible you all just had the best 30 seconds of our entire broadcast today. Silence from Nick, no talking. You can see we have a lot of potential family members down here this morning. Don't worry, I have my Aerobarrel gift box right here in my hat. So, see if I can capture a few people later on. But right now I'm going to try and give them some room and stuff. Now, this was an unexpected treat this morning. I didn't intend to actually come here with the swimming, just want to do the walking, but what a lovely way to end the morning. Beautiful sea conditions, just stunning. As you can see, people actually swim with the horses, you know, go and pat the horses, hold the horses. You know, one time this was not like this. There was not as much interaction. However, over the last few months, or last year or so, I would say, especially last year, the interaction has been fantastic. Just beautiful scenery. Now this is the highlight for many people, as you can appreciate. What we're going to do is I'm going to walk this way, get a little further over there, show you this around the corner as well. Good morning, gentlemen. I have you on Facebook. How are you all this morning? Having a good vacation? Fantastic, man. Thank you. The Radisson Aquatica, this is the hotel that we're right here by. Originally it was Grand Barbados, and prior to that was, yes, I'm trying to remember now, Holiday Inn, sorry. It's quite a few years. Mind slips. We're going to go back over by the horses in a second. Just want to bring you over here and show you where we are, so in case you've never been to Pebbles, you will get the location well. Now if you want to walk from the south coast, you can walk the entire south coast under this bridge here and across into Paynes Bay, right under Bridgetown. So the limited walking here is your ability to do it, because you can walk from Oistins the whole way down. Majority of it is beach. If you really want to truly stay on the beach and on the boardwalk, I would say from Rockley right your way down to Bridgetown, you can walk in the sea or on the beach itself. Beautiful. We're going to get a little bit closer to the horses now, a little bit closer to the crowd. Don't want to go too close to the crowd, because you can see there are no masks on at the moment. I still do exercise caution on that. You know, we have a bubble that we move in sometimes, but I try to keep good room between myself and others who are not masked. Just a beautiful morning. If my friend Sean was down here this morning, I would go over and chat with him, but I don't see him at the moment, and I just don't really want to get, as I said, too close to everyone. You can see the joy on everyone's faces as they're not only taking pictures, but they're actually coming out here and patting up the horses. What memories, what experiences. Beautiful. Maybe some of these folks will find us later on Facebook. We'll be absolutely shocked to see that we have them up there as well. Just beautiful conditions. So I'm going to give you a 360 from right here, let you feel what I'm feeling, let you experience it as well. Here we go. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right, saw someone just don't say postcard, so we're gonna work our way back over here. We're gonna offer you one of our EMC photo opportunities. Even this jetty is beautiful. My goodness, I remember when they used to have a bar out here. The penthouse suites are on the top floor. Came to a lot of functions here in my young days. I started pretty young, as you can appreciate. I'm an island boy, beach boy, so I started very young. So a lot of these places here that a lot of people may not have actually been into, I certainly did frequent. Now every hotel here offers a buffet, and as you would have heard earlier on, Accra also offers that. But I did give you the two best known buffets in the island. There are many other ones as well. So it's really what you would like, the ambience you would like, the surroundings, etc. Alright, so here's our water-based 360 for you now. You just get this nice and level, so we can really get a good skim of the water. You can absolutely feel what it's like. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about your EMC photo opportunity that's coming here right now. Enjoy. And you know, everyone, we've done something different. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep throwing some different stuff. We have a low tide that's coming later on in the week, so we're going back on the beaches again. But while we were having the few showers, the very strong gusty winds and stuff over the east, you know, I thought it would be nice to try something different. And this is most definitely different. But just like yesterday, I have had an amazing time. And I'm hoping that you all have had an amazing time as well, because to be honest with you, I've really enjoyed this. It was like a breath of fresh air. This one this morning, yesterday, you know, anything away from the beaches. Now, you know, I love the beaches. I would spend every day on the beach, but I want to show you as much as Barbados as possible. They have quite a few places that I'm working on trying to get access to at the time that we go in the morning. So just stay tuned for that there. For any of you that are visiting the island, welcome back home. I have to say home because a lot of you treat Barbados as your home. And for those of you that are coming here for the first time or the second time, welcome back. You know, try and enjoy the island. First thing you need to do is to climatize. Climatize meaning to settle down, relax, and don't worry about the schedule. The schedule gets left behind when you get on that aircraft. If you can get that done, you are fine. You will fit right in. You will mold yourself. Nothing happens here in a hurry in the islands, especially in Barbados. Everything takes its time. So you need to just relax, chill, and go with the flow. And I can assure you that if this is your first visit to Barbados, it'll be first of many to come, because this island will take your heart and you will be back to receive it every time you come back to these shores. Everyone have a great day. Remember, of course, we're giving thanks to God for our lives today. You know, let us follow our light. Let us be positive. Let us do something today that makes a difference to this world, a positive difference to this world. Let us not go sleep tonight and saying, well, I really did nothing today. Let's just at least extend our love and our care to someone around us, and that is more than enough. Whatever else you can do on top of that, icing on the cake. Have a great day, everyone. I love you all. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to say your goodbyes as we look back at the horses again. Have a great day, and to any of you that have never been to Barbados before, this is what awaits you. If you are not in our members list, please send a friend's request so you can get into the conversations that you're seeing right now and share your love and kindness and care with everyone that's here this morning. Have a great day.